What?
And post it in the group chat. Oh shit, I will. What?
What up? I think it's picking up a lot better. Yeah. Yeah, it's picking up a lot better.
team, Dub Investing. Dub Investing is one of the most exclusive, profitable trading teams you can be a part of. Constantly analyzing, looking for entry points using algorithms only some know. Get in on the action. Secure your profits today. Do you want to make a financial change in your life? Join the winning team. Dub Investing.
This dude will, bro. I swear.
Yeah, we're up. We're up. They can hear us.
They can hear us.
Yeah,
You're positive.
100%.
Not tweaking. Frame rate's good. We're updated. We're not gonna crash.
Yeah, 100%. We're ready. We're ready. We're good.
All right, let me just eat some chocolate real quick. Man, them chocolate bars, they smack them.
The what?
Them M&M chocolate bars.
No, yeah. You're eating too much of them. I told you, bro. You're gonna get addicted to them. Those things are crazy.
I had the crispy kind today.
Yeah. Oh
That
my
shit was
gosh. I
different.
just
I ain't gonna
realized,
lie.
like,
What?
it's so quiet in my room without my air filter on. Just like silent.
Because you ain't got a big brick whirring at your ass. All right, my guy, you ready to get into this shit though?
Yeah, I'm definitely ready to get in this shit. The market was
Okay, but first we gotta talk about this server news. You know what I'm saying?
All right, yeah, let's get the good news first. Let's get some good news out here first. Let's talk about that
Nah,
server.
yeah. Well, first, I mean, it's just really about that AI. You know, super good. AI has now met 89.7% accuracy. I looked online. There's a fucking AI going for $3,000 to buy the software, and it only has an 86% accuracy. So I mean, I'm about to start pushing this shit up on online and selling this shit. You know what I'm saying? But this shit is good, man. This shit is real good, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's been printing some good ones for us. I was looking at Kron a couple days ago, but we lost
Damn
it.
market.
The damn market fucked us.
Talk about that here soon. And then I just had to shout out that AI, and then I gotta give another shout out to the invite challenge that's going on. It's been a little bit since I talked about that. Kind of low key forgot. Ain't finna lie to you. But the invite challenge is basically you send, like, you start an invite for the server. You get, if 20 people join your invite, like, I have a way of tracking it through the analytics of like the social aspect of the server for like comments and like how many people were active, shit like that. Sorry about that. But like, it's whoever gets to 20, basically you get free premium, which you then have access to like the rest of the full servers, like a learning category that offers like, there's one for long-term investing, learning, trading platforms, trading terms, the stock podcast link, a bunch of other shit, like bunch of other shit. And then also our watch list and our call outs are on there as well. So, and then that's basically like your reward for just helping out the server game. Just putting as many eyes on it as possible. And then that started last week. The winners of the weeks told what their numbers are at and how
Holy
they're looking
crap,
and how
man!
close they are to it.
Yeah, my bad. I think we're good.
Good.
Dude, everything disconnected for a second, but we're back. My internet just went crazy. but we're good.
Man,
Like it
Arsh,
says
I ain't
success.
gonna get fat, man. Listen, Arsh, I ain't gonna get fat, man. I'm chilling, big fella. I'm chilling. Oh, all right, Will, you ready to talk about this goddamn
This
market, my guy?
yeah,
Like,
I'm
this
ready
shit
to
is
chop it up about this
ridiculous,
market,
man.
man. I'm ready to chop it about this market. The market was ridiculous today. I mean, first
Some
off,
shit
it
like
wasn't
that.
ridiculous because first off, we said it was gonna happen.
It was gonna happen, right? We
We
expected
expected
this
this
shit.
to happen. So don't get it wrong. It's not like anything just too crazy. But I mean, there is definitely going to be a correction. Don't get it twisted. And when that correction hits, it's gonna be big.
Correction in which way?
Down.
Upside or negative? Negative. Ooh. So you're saying this shit ain't over?
This shit ain't over, folks. This market
Y'all good. You heard him here.
It's not looking good. It's not
It's not
looking
looking
good.
good.
It's not looking good
It's not looking good.
because look, I watched this.
Now you want to talk about why it's
I
not looking
watched
good?
this. No. I'll tell you the story. Man. I'll tell you the story
Oh, you
before
got
the
the
last
story.
market crash. So I was sitting in class, in economics class, and my teacher the day before he was just hyping himself up. He was like, "Yeah, I'm some big stock investor. I invest in all these stocks. Bull market. We're at like 29,000, about to break that third. We're like 28,000, about to break that 29,000. It was like a bull market. Everyone was running in, and then all of a sudden, the fucking Corona stuff came out, and we were just watching this shit on the news in class, and my teacher's just running around the classroom calling his stock people, trying to figure out what he should do in his plays. And I mean, that is gonna hit home soon, because we're all gonna be sitting here, and then it happens all the time. And you have a choice. You can either get out of your plays and take your accumulated profit, or you can stay in your plays and try to average down. The only two options you really have. I mean, this is what the market does, and it's expected. So you can't just expect that you're going to make money all the time in the market. But what I'm saying you can do is you have to play the market, and it has to be a strategy. So you can either choose to get out while you have the profit, while you're up, or while you're down just a little bit, and cut your losses and harvest your losses and write it off on your taxes, and don't pay taxes on that profit. Or what you can do is you can sit in these plays all the way to the bottom, figure out where the bottom is though. Don't just start averaging down every day, because you're going to build up such a high you're going to set up such a big position in one stock that you're not going to be able to average down if it takes another dip. You know what I'm saying? If more bad news comes out when other bad news is coming out at the same time. I mean, when everyone's bearish, bad news is going to be coming out left and right. So you got to be ready for all this bad news to start flooding it. And you can't just get sweaty hands and start actually buying up your losses and trying to get back your losses, trying to chase the stock all the way down when it's clearly in a downtrend. And that's another reason you want to be in our server. So while we're working through the crash, and while the crash is inevitable and is coming, we are preparing for it, preparing our portfolios, getting locked in on the stocks that we want to be locked in on, and getting out the stocks that we don't want to be in, so that we can actually keep our profits, our accumulated profit. And while we keep our accumulated profit, we can also set up positions. We can watch, while staying in positions, we can more easily watch the plays and still be in the play, still have places to move in the play. But yeah, that's my take on it. I think that we should all watch the market right now. I mean, take your profits that you already have. If you seriously think the market is gonna crash, and the thing is, you have to be the judge of that, because while you pull out your money, you're adding to the crash. So like, you know, if every single person that you, if every, well, and also come in our server, because we'll be able to tell you what a lot of other people are thinking. But if a lot of other people are thinking that this market is going to crash, the market is inevitable to crash. Like that's just how it's going to work. And I mean, and now before in the past too, in 2020, we also have to look back. People thought the market was going to crash many other times, and the market never actually did crash. Because everyone believed it was going to crash and it didn't crash. But now here's the thing: people are running out of money. I feel, you know what I'm saying?
Well, they're not just running out of money. Import. What is it? Rates are up. Jobless claims have been above expectations for the past 2 weeks. 1.9 trillion stimulus is pumped into our national debt.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
dollar
and also another before y'all go crazy. Another thing is we have this $1.9 trillion stimulus. So that's what I'm saying. You be the judge of your portfolio. If you're up, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100% on a play, it may be time to just close that play out, take your profits and hold your money. And then if you're, in a lower play, just hold it and see what's going to happen. If you really want to get that last little run, you could wait for the stimulus, but there's no telling where the market is going to be before the stimulus, because the stimulus may come out and the market may go, the Dow may run, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, up to probably 6,000 points with this big of a stimulus. But at the same time, if the Dow is dropping, 400 points a day for the next 2 weeks until it's passed, then that's also going to add to, the sentiment.
Right. And I don't know, man. Like, I mean, how do you think the market's gonna react? I mean, I think there's two viable options.
All right, I want to
And I
hear
mean, if
you. I want to hear you
if
talk. I want to hear you chop it up a little bit because I know you got some shit to say.
if you really look at it in with the way that the market has been in such a bull market, a market can only go up so much before it has to fall eventually. Like I'm not saying that fall has to be a whole market crash, but I'm saying it could be what we're seeing right now, just a simple correction in which the market needs, because the market can't keep running without having to fall. Everybody cannot keep continuing to just run these stocks up way past their actual valuation and expect and just it not fall. Like that's ridiculous. You can't keep giving all these companies this capital that they don't like. If a company like AMC, which is what valued at what was it, like $8 or something?
Well,
And then
I'll get a little take on that too. People are probably spending more money on the AMC stock overall than they're actually spending at AMC alone, like at all. Like you're never going to spend that much money ever at AMC. And AMC is also saying that they're going to, build a ton of new theaters and blah blah blah. It's gonna be big. They're gonna come out. Everyone's gonna be going to the theater. But if no one goes to AMC after this pandemic, maybe a new theater just comes out of nowhere. Like after every single pandemic. I mean, dude, just look at Liberty Center right after 2010.
right.
I mean, look at all those big ass new theaters that came up and now are down and are probably dead. And the new theaters are going to come out of nowhere and everyone's going to go to that one. Because I mean,
I just don't know, man. Because even for a thing like theaters, like you got to think especially our generation. Our generation is quite possibly the laziest fucking generation of people to be on this earth. Like I swear to God, we're purely based on convenience. Our face has been buried in our phone or a tablet or some kind of electronic since birth, and so has all of our younger siblings. Everybody younger than us is the same exact way. They were continue to be brought up the same exact way. So the convenience of having this access to TV shows, movies, like the Disney Plus, like all this other shit, Netflix, Hulu, YouTube TV, all these kind of things that
I mean, look at
completely remove the need to go out into a movie theater to watch a movie theater when it can literally be streamed from any kind of other service live and recorded from a thing like YouTube TV, or just wait a month or two and it'll be on fucking Netflix. Wait a couple weeks because Hulu's fast and they'll have it up there. You know, like all these other things that people are willing to wait for just so they don't have to leave their house. And eventually it'll be a lot quicker where it's literally just the movie's made, and before it's even has that has access to the movie theaters, it's going to be digitally uploaded and you can buy it or pre-order it or something like that from there. You already see that happening with video games in the Microsoft Store for Xbox and the PlayStation Plus store for PlayStation. Like you can literally order and pre-order games way before it's even in a GameStop store, like way before. And the fact that you can do that cuts out the need for a place like GameStop or a place like that you can, or GameSwap, or even like a Walmart. Like Walmart, you never see anybody in their game or their video games or their video game section because everything's bought online. That shit is, there's no need for things like that anymore. So everything is becoming digital. So the things like the movie theaters and video game stores and what else, like CDs, that shit is gone. It's a thing of the past. Like done. Like it's all gonna be digital. It's all gonna be live streamed. It's all gonna be subscription based. You're gonna pay for it through either Hulu, Netflix, or some other streaming service, YouTube, whatever it is, and that's gonna be the like. That's just kind of what it is. That's just where everything's headed to. The pandemic really aided in that since like you couldn't leave your home. Everybody's kind of adapted to just staying home, and the convenience factor has only risen more through that. Things like what is it, DoorDash has really like become very prosperous in this event just because they're simply based on the convenience factor of you don't have to leave your home. Some young person in college is willing to go pick up your food for you and bring it straight from the uh, restaurant in which you ordered it from, and then to your house within like 40 minutes to an hour is the normal wait time. Like that, I mean, that pure, like right there is a company based purely on convenience and has done nothing but succeed. And that's just going to continue to happen. You're just going to continue to see things like that. So for that kind of company, I just don't see them doing well. And with that kind of situation, I just don't see it doing well.
yeah, yeah. With those type of companies, I just don't see them. Well, I mean, first off, a lot of people are gonna disagree. A lot of people are just gonna disagree and they're gonna be like, "Oh, once the
Disagree, but
pandemic's once the pandemic's over, we're all gonna walk out our house and just want to go to the movie theater." But I mean, I just don't really see that happening in the near future. And I think there's a lot of other places where you can put your money in the near future that are really going to be prosperous, like, renewable energy. I mean, we're just trying every single day to find the next best renewable energy company and the next best like Neo and everything, because like Bill Gates said today on the news, there is gonna be more than one Tesla. He said it today, which means that there's more than one stock like Tesla and Neo that you can be investing in and moving your money around, like little stocks like Solo, like niches. Like Solo is going to be huge in the next 3 years. In the next 3 years, Solo is going to be huge. If you want a long-term play, Solo is a good play. Solo is always a good play, I feel. What do you think about Solo? Because I mean, we've had some verses with Solo.
Solo's not a bad company. The thing with Solo is, so they have a single seater electric car. It's literally one seat in a very compact car meant for, the modern city, the traffic and the urban living. And that'll work. That's a great idea. It's, for one, it's very affordable. Two, it's compact, like I said, so it can literally fit anywhere. There's doors on both sides. You can get in from either side, allowing from either side parking. It's electric, so it goes with the green plan, so it'll benefit from that. Like there's multiple benefits from this car. It's this company, one, the leadership behind it has been kind of slow. I'm not gonna lie, they've been pretty damn slow with the way that they're executing their plans. They did just open 7 new retail
But here's the
locations.
thing. Here's a throw of that. I feel like if a company is slow at what they're doing, they could actually be
Take their time with
doing
it.
it. They could be
Right, they're
actually
taking their
doing
time
it.
to do it, and they're doing it right. That's what I'm saying. They're taking their time and they're doing it right.
Like
They're just
Nicola
slow. But the
Nicola
thing
was
with the
putting out a
current
new
market is it being such a bull market, people do not like to wait. That's why that company just doesn't move the way that people want it to move. Like it's never gonna be one of those companies that just runs like Tesla did. Like it's not gonna be one of those Tesla companies. There's no way.
It is very true, but they have good upside. They have good
They have
upside
good
in the
upside,
long term. In the long
not
term,
that
they
kind of
do have
upside.
good upside. And I mean, here's the thing: if you want to get in Tesla, you're playing with like fire. You're playing with fire up there because people are buying in at $800 and losing all their freaking money.
Well, not just buying in a Tesla over their money, dude. Tesla is overvalued by over like
Well, that's what I'm saying.
14.
Tesla's just an outlier that's just absolutely overvalued because it's old and it's been there for a while now, and it was the first, and they have a lot of credit for that. And their stock price is very high, but once people realize that there's other people coming out, and Tesla stops having like enormous earnings reports, that shit is not gonna be pretty. That's why I always say, like, you got to be really careful when you get in Tesla, because then like Elon could just go on Twitter and be saying something and half your money's gone tomorrow. And
Right.
everyone else is gonna think it's a whole fucking game. Everyone else is gonna be laughing. Everyone else is gonna be like, Elon went on TV and smoked a blunt and lost half of his stock. And the people in that stock are like, holy shit, we literally just lost half of our fucking stock. Are fucking sharing this company. So, you got to be careful.
Yeah. But I mean, like I was saying before, that's another one of those stocks that has just broken all keys of the technical analysis rule books, just broken away from all indicators, and just ran with no explanation other than the fact that Elon Musk owns the fucking company and he has a lot of money.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's all.
That's
it is.
it. I mean, don't get me wrong, dude's a smart ass dude. Tesla's a great company. The cars are one of a kind. They're gonna go great with Biden's green plan. Biden's gonna push the hell out of Tesla, work with that company tremendously. I have a
Well,
feeling
is he
he's gonna
though?
do a lot with that.
Is he though? Because look,
Well, I mean, unless he's gonna fucking
Tesla
start
was
with something else.
advocating to build natural gas mines in Texas
Or
or SpaceX. Yeah, so I mean, it may
Biden
be
ain't gonna
it
like that.
may be it may be interesting when it
It
comes
might be
to
an interesting
Tesla.
Tesla relationship with this Biden administration, just because Elon Musk has a mind of his own. He's a for the world kind of guy, but at the same time, that motherfucker's gonna do what needs to get done to get the hell off this earth. Because that motherfucker knows at the end of the day, this shit is being turned upside down.
The Mordo Gaming said, "I'm sorry if we did if y'all have talked about this, but CCIV, what do we think about Lucid Motors? Most importantly, what do we think about Lucid Motors? I've been seeing a lot about it.
Lucid, people say that Lucid is going to be the #1 competitor for Tesla. Which, if everything that I've heard about Lucid is true, which is basically they have had the same game plan as Tesla, which was to produce the more expensive model first and then come out later on in 2022, 2023 with their more cheaper models for the general public, and then grow tremendously that way, just like Tesla did. But the thing is, Tesla did it first. Tesla has such a
It
supporter
has done it before
and
already.
has already done it before, right? They already did that game, and the people already jumped on. Like, if people were gonna get an electric car, and it was gonna be done that way, they're getting a Tesla. Like that is just that simple. Everybody, their friend has a Tesla, their coworker has a Tesla?
Well, I don't know. If Lucid Motors can make like a $24,000 car coming out the gate, I'm buying a Lucid Motors
Can they?
tomorrow.
Can they?
If they
Can they
do,
though?
I'm buying one tomorrow. That's what
Can
I'm
they though?
saying.
Can they
If
beat
they
Tesla's battery?
can they
Can they
beat
beat the
Tesla
rechargeability?
battery? Can they beat it all? No. That's the thing.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Then I don't want it. Then I don't want it. If I can buy
Yeah.
a Tesla for
Yeah, never mind.
$26,000
Fuck that. Yeah,
for
no, I'm not buying it.
way more reliable parts and battery lasting and all this other shit that goes into play, I'm buying a Tesla. Like that's just how it's gonna be.
Yeah, that's what people forget is Tesla already did it. So
Tesla
like
already has
you
the hype
can't just
behind it.
make a car and fuck up a couple times, but
It's
it's
like trying to make a
luxury.
smartphone right now. It's like, why the hell do you think ain't nobody trying to make a smartphone other than the big companies that already got smartphones? Because there's no competition with Apple. You can't beat Apple. Don't even try it.
Well, I mean, people do, but they all
Who?
fail. They
Who?
all fail. Like
I don't know. I mean,
Android,
I
like
remember.
all. Well, Android
Yeah,
is
but
like
Android knows they suck. Android willingly, they just know
well,
they suck. The Motorola,
Android is not one
Motorola,
person though. Android's like the processor. So Android pretty much means that like it runs Android technology and you can pretty much just run like it will run any like you can pretty much just download it on an Android phone and will just run that Android technology through all that Google and all that. It's just an Android phone and they can just pretty much tweak it however they want and do whatever they want to it because it's like open it's open like it's free world like you can do whatever you want with it. It's like open license. So that's why Android a lot of
Bruno
people
says the CEO of Lucid Odors used to work in Tesla, but now came up with his own company. Yeah, I heard about that. I'm pretty sure he was actually one of the interior design guys for Tesla. I might be wrong, I forget what his role was within it. But the thing with that, and the thing with contracts and that kind of business is, he more than likely signed a contract that aligns with some kind of deal that he cannot go against Tesla or use Tesla's design in any kind of way or get too close to it or have some kind of or some other kind of specs that are related to Tesla in some kind of way, which is going to be a problem for that guy. If all he knows is how a Tesla car is built, then that's all he knows. Like yeah, sure. What else is? I mean, he can try and remap an entire electric vehicle car, but that's hard to do. And you got to remember that took even Elon Musk years to do, and he didn't do it by himself. He did it with an entire team. So that guy better have one hell of a team on him with a lot more money than Tesla does, and the hype
and I
behind it
mean
all.
Tesla's gonna love it because it's gonna be like a game the Tesla. I mean, fucking
Like,
Elon is just gonna go up there and shit on this guy.
look at this guy. Yeah, he used to work for me, and I fired him. You know why? Because this and this. And like, it's just gonna be a whole shit show. Like that guy's not gonna look good. Elon is gonna beat that guy in every situation. That guy is gonna jump in. Like it's just not gonna be good for that guy. I mean, that's usually what happens with people that start another company outside of the one that they'd worked for already with the same idea behind it. It just doesn't work.
And it's almost like it's you can just say like oh there's no tension behind it, but when someone makes a completely different company and it's pretty much rivaling the parent company that you came from, it's gonna cause some stuff. And I mean, if it does cause enough, it's gonna cost billions for that company.
Yeah, a lot of money. And you know Tesla's gonna be looking at their cars. You know Tesla's gonna go buy one of those cars as soon as it's released. You know they're gonna break it down, the computer system, the spec system, everything, compare it to Tesla, see if there's any one thing similar. One thing, and it's a lawsuit right away.
Jeff again is the richest person. The race goes on. Yes, Jeff Bezos is the richest person in
Yeah,
the world
Jeff
again.
Bezos,
Fuck Elon
definitely.
Musk, man. Fuck that nigga. yeah,
Like Elon Musk.
yeah, fuck Elon Musk, bro. I don't care about this little bitch. Jeff Bezos should be Jeff Bezos should be the richest man in the world. How much is Jeff Bezos worth? You gotta look
Jeff
this up.
Bezos earned that shit, man. Jeff Bezos earned that shit. That man went through a divorce, gave his wife half of his net worth, and then made it back in what, 5 days?
Yeah. Yeah, in like
That
5 days.
shit is insane, bro.
No, I think it was like 1 day or something.
One day. Holy
I don't
fuck.
Actually, no, it was like 2 weeks. I don't know. I actually have no idea. I have no idea. But let me look at the richest people. Jeff Bezos. What? Elon Musk again? The world's richest man. Jeff Bezos overtakes Elon Musk. Elon Musk is again the world's richest man. Dude, no.
Are they trading back and forth right now?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they're battling it out. They're battling it out. Hey man, we ain't even talked about this. Let's talk about Jeff Bezos for a minute. A lot of people don't know this, but that motherfucker. Here's my speculation on why he left Amazon. He has a rocket company just like SpaceX, but it's called Blue Star. Now, if you ask me, why would a guy
Dude,
like
Elon Musk lost
Jeff Bezos,
$4.5 billion on Tuesday after Tesla shares fell 2.4%, which was enough to knock him to second place on the Bloomberg's billionaire index ranking.
Well, I mean, that's what happens when all of your fucking capital comes from the success of your one company. Like that guy better fucking IPO something else or do something else because
Yeah,
he's
Elon
about to
Musk
lose
is
a lot
worth
of money.
200 billion, and Jeff Bezos is worth 194 billion right now.
But anyways, here's my speculation as to why Jeff left Amazon. Jeff was the CEO of Amazon. I think it was for like over 40 or 30, 40 years, some shit like that. It was some high ass number, some crazy number. And then a little while ago, I think it was like 2014 or 2015, 2016, one of those years, he started this rocket company, just like SpaceX. This rocket is bigger than Elon's rocket. It's fuel range is longer, a bunch of other shit. Like the specs are better than most of what Elon Musk has like brought to the table, and he just hasn't talked about it. He's just been completely quiet. Like you can go on YouTube and watch videos about it, of them doing like the walkthroughs of like the factories and shit, but he never talks about it publicly, like on the news or Twitter or any kind of social media. Doesn't ever get a shout out to it. Doesn't it's just not talked about through Jeff Bezos. Now, Elon, on the other hand, has been hyping the shit out of space. Just talk about colonizing Mars and going to other planets, how it's supposed to be possible by 2026, and how the general public will have access to it, and all this other shit. Now, do you really think the two richest people in the world are gonna, or one or the other is just gonna let one take all the glory in that? Like, I mean, let's be real. With the technology we have today, the opportunity to leave this earth and start another civilization, and them being the owner of it, with being the richest on this earth already, it's a race. It's a race, my guy. It's literally the space race. It is literally the race to space. Who can get there first? Who can colonize the planet first?
Yeah, but the difference is it's not like a.
No, but it is. It is literally a race. It's who has the most money, who can fund their company the most, who can build the best rocket, who can get there first, who can start.
Yeah, I mean it is a race to space, but they are doing completely different. Like one of the things that people were talking about is they're doing completely different like ideas with it. They don't both
What
have
do
the
you mean?
same idea. Like one is trying to colonize like the moon and do other things, and Elon is trying to go to outer space, like Mars. Yeah, and Bitcoin is definitely a big reason Elon Musk is rich right now. And dude, now that Tesla's putting billions,
2.5 billion in fucking Bitcoin.
yeah, now that Tesla's, oh yeah, he's riding, he's riding some more. I don't even know what he's doing with all of his money, bro. Like these guys are spending billions of their dollars.
Just like
Because they're
every
making
day,
it, but they're spending it like crazy, dude. Like crazy.
Yeah, they're making it just as fast as they're spinning it. So.
Like, cause dude, if one of them just stops spending, bro, they're not gonna be the richest anymore.
Right.
Yeah, Sing said big time for Bitcoin. Are you? Do you have the chat up of the stream?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
good. I'm gonna put this.
All right, my guy. But let's talk about these stocks.
Yeah.
We didn't even talk about the market, bro. We didn't even finish talking about the market, bro. We keep getting so sidetracked, Jesus. So, Will, is it gonna crash?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean we did talk about
Oh
it.
wait,
We
I
did.
didn't
We
even give
said I
my
just said
full outlook.
I just said my side. I said like, I remember sitting in class about it, it's gonna be all good. It's gonna seem like it's a normal day, and the next day, boom, the crash is gonna happen and it's gonna be terrible. And you better be ready.
Yep. I mean, pretty damn much. I mean, the last time the fucking market looked like this, according to the actual professionals, people who literally have been alive for longer than you and I both combined, and have been watching the market and studying it and its patterns for years and years and years and years and years, have now compared the 2021 bull market to the 2010 bull market, which fucking did indeed crash and did indeed see import spikes, did indeed see jobless claims, did indeed see mortgage rates fall, the recession, all this other shit, all these other factors that were happening, that is currently happening right now before the crash. That's why it's being compared to it. All these other things did happen then, they're happening now. History repeats itself. So I mean, inevitably after this 1.9 trillion dollar stimulus, my outlook on it, I mean, either way, it ends up the same way. If you ask me, the same outcome happens either way. The 1.9 trillion dollar stimulus pumps the stock market one last time before it finally drops or finally breaks what it can handle, before it finally tops at whatever it can handle, and the inflation is so high it just can't handle it no more. That'll happen, and then it'll hit that peak, and it's done. It's crashing right then and there. I don't know. It's going to be 2 weeks. It just depends on when that stimulus comes and how everything's looking then. And when I say everything, I mean import rates. I mean the jobless claims. I mean the mortgage rates. I mean the uh, uh, banks. Banks took a hit today. That's not good. Banks don't take hits, but banks took a hit today. If banks take, really not looking good. What else is there to look at? Oh yeah, and the fucking storms and shit that are going on. If that all continues, like if that weather shit that's going on in Texas and a bunch of other places, like I know Canada and Toronto, or maybe it was I forget which one. I forget which major city it was in Canada. I think I want to say Toronto, but I'm probably wrong. Uh, I forget which one it was. Declared a state of emergency because the weather's so bad, and like they're out of power. It's like much of like what's going on in Texas. They're experiencing the same shit, and they just can't handle it. That, like, if that happens here in like even 10 states, the market's fucked. That shit, it will not work. People will not be able to invest when they got no power, no Wi-Fi, no water. They're outside burning snow for water. Like that is just not gonna work. That is literally gonna kill the economy, and a bunch more, like a bunch of downfall is gonna happen for that. So there's a lot of factors going on right now that you got to look out for. There's a lot of things you need to be paying attention to, and inevitably the market's gonna. Unfortunately, the market's just gonna crash. Like there's really no way to avoid it. The other side of the 1.9 trillion dollar stimulus, or the stimulus that I was talking about, is the market doesn't get pumped at all, and it all goes straight to crypto. Now, if crypto gets pumped, the market still crashes because the market's already falling. So nobody went and pumped it, so the market's already falling. There's nothing there to save it, and crypto just runs. I mean, which is good for the majority of us because we're in crypto, so we're gonna make money. But the rest of the market is gonna be down. The stocks you're in right now are gonna continue to fall. They're gonna bottom out. You're gonna be down a lot of money. you didn't get out or you didn't average down at the bottom, it was for fucking nothing, and now you got to wait the entire time to either get your money back or you got to cut your losses at whatever the hell you lost, and it's gonna be a lot of money. So I mean that's just kind of my opinion on it.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
Big ask of y'all pulling out. I want to
Slowly.
yeah, slowly. I
Slowly.
mean, today I cut a couple losses, got out of some stocks that I was up in. Just like Will said, just conserving those capital profits, just locking it all in, making sure I can't lose it. His capital gains. If the stimulus, I don't we nobody knows when the stimulus is actually going to be passed. It all just kind of depends on Congress and what happens there with the Senate. And then if they want to review it again, it's like a whole big fucking chess game right now with all that. But if the stock market does get pumped one last time, like I said, that's it. Like I'm getting out, taking whatever profit I can get off that last pump, and I'm not gonna have any positions at all. I maybe place a couple put options because I know that's the last pump, and make some money on the way down and let that shit bottom out, and then get back in when I can. But like I said, if when the market does crash, cryptocurrency should do well, just because cryptocurrency isn't just an American currency alone. It is the entire world's currency. The entire world is going to watch the American dollar and the American economy fall, and they're all going to just jump into cryptocurrency just because that's a natural reaction to it all.
Yep. Yep. Cryptocurrency's gonna run. Well, when the dollar falls.
When the dollar falls, right?
And what all do you wanna what all stocks do you want to give a little bit of insight on? And then we got a couple from our chat.
Yeah, really. I mean, well, first, I just want to give a for the premium members and our inside investors and anybody in the Discord. Just to let you guys know what we've done, like for throughout the volatility and shit. We just told you, we got rid of some positions, we cut losses, we took our profits that we currently have, anything we were up in, took it all, secured those gains, and now we're just kind of waiting to see what tomorrow brings. Tomorrow, I've got another feeling if we look at like what the Dow does every goddamn morning, it's literally a straight
It's
just dive down.
Hangman candle.
Yeah,
Which means
just
gap.
straight dive down every single morning
There should be a gap.
for the past like what is it, 2 days, 3 days.
Well, yeah, it's because there's the gap. Because dude, people just sell out so much in the pre-market that the gap is just absolutely ridiculous, and then bang, the day starts and it's just automatically already falling. Terrible. You see that?
Good.
Yeah, the gap just like if you go back on the day, you just see the gap getting filled every single morning. Like, and the gap is just huge.
Forgot it's not fucking available. That's
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah, but no, the gap.
Yeah,
on
but
the
if you look
Dow
at like
is
the
just
Dow,
huge.
the S&P, the major indexes, if you look at all the major indexes, it's like every single morning for the past week now, they've taken 10 like just straight dives to the fucking bottom, my guy. Just straight sending your money down the drain. And the majority of stocks have fallen like 25% over the past week. Like a lot of them from what they ran up over the past 2-3 weeks that this bull run's been going on, a lot of them have now fallen like 25%. Majority of them have broken through most indicators, even on the monthly, going below them, which is really scary because that doesn't happen often. Um, uh, and that's like even with stocks that like have had the support levels and the backup at these dollar ranges, and it just plummeted through them today like
Like
nothing, like it
Tesla.
just wasn't even a thing. Yeah, like Tesla hasn't fallen below 800 in fucking a month,
Ooh, yeah.
and today it fell below it like it was nothing, like it just didn't matter, like it was never even a thing. Like that's what I'm saying. Like when this all when the crash does happen, just know it's not gonna be no 25% in a week. It'll be fucking 25-50% drop in a day throughout the entire market. Like that's the crash. Like it's not just a weekly thing where it happens. All right, yeah, but it's just gonna be a slow process throughout the whole week. It's gonna fall that day, that hour, that second, and it's going straight to the bottom, and it's staying there for until it decides. All right, it's deflated enough. We can
Yeah, but we don't
go back
know.
to our.
Yeah, but we
But we
don't
don't
know
know
what
if
that
it's gonna
could
do that.
be. That could be 15,000 on the Dow. That could be what like did
17,000, 18,000, 13,000. It could be any fucking thing that you don't want it to be. Let
because
me tell you
because
that.
because it's really just people pulling their money out. But you just don't want to be at the top, right? Like it's a whole game like shuffling your money around, but you don't want to be at the top when everyone wants to just pull out their money because you don't know how low people are gonna get to want it to be pulling their money out. I mean, there are people that have been in there for years. Since the Dow was at the 12,000s that have held for long. Now we're gonna get very scared once the Dow gets around, to 20,000s, the
All right,
people that are
people that
trying
invested in those index
people that are
funds
retiring,
hundreds and
that
hundreds.
are like,
How
okay,
many years ago?
and
Like
all
25
this
years ago?
yeah, and all the stock brokers are like, hey, you know, you should probably retire in the next couple of days, and all these people are gonna freaking retire. I mean, I bet you'll see this. I mean, if you really look around, yeah, Sing bought in Tesla.
Dang bot in the Tesla.
Yeah,
I wish you the best of luck, Sing.
I wish you some good
I
luck.
hope Procter and Gamble isn't right on that $90 true value. I really hope they're not right, or else you were one broke guy.
Yeah, like I don't. I'd be careful unless you have a lot of money to lose. Like if you're making like enough cash that you are like, okay, I have so much cash right now. I have to put it somewhere. Then and you really, really want to take a big risk and make some huge gains, then buy a couple of shares of Tesla. But if you're not willing to do the due diligence and stuff and watch it, then don't invest in Tesla because you have to do a lot of due diligence when you're investing in Tesla. You have to look back to everything that's going on in Tesla, see what Elon Musk is posting on Twitter, see the news on Tesla, see the months on Tesla, see how much Tesla's actually overvalued, seeing how much Tesla's actually overvalued, seeing the earnings reports where he's talking on stage and telling you like, oh yeah, Tesla is not gonna be at where it is forever, and people just took that and didn't take it to heart, and it's gonna burn a lot of people.
I agree. All right, my guy. But let's get into these plays that we were working with this week and what we done this week. So this week we told you we've taken or we've oh yeah, we've taken our profits. We've secured capital gain. We've secured the cumulative profit that we've built up so far. The plays that we didn't sell are the plays that we plan on keeping, our long-term plays that we believe have the potential to grow way more throughout like 2021 and after the rebound and everything like that. And a play that I have that I'm talking about like that is Golden Nugget Online Gaming. Uh, Golden Nugget Online Gaming. They're currently down a lot, like a lot. I'm down a lot of money on this, like a little over $100. But I mean, yeah, that pisses me off a little bit. Not gonna lie, I hate market sees these kind of red days. But like I said, can't be a little sour bitch about it all. You gotta man up, ride the wave, be patient, be a fucking investor, not a goddamn uh pansy, and hold your position. You know what I'm saying? Buy the bottoms and stick it through. I mean, the rebound is inevitable as well. Just as inevitable as the crashes, the rebound is there too. Like this country is not going to be able to run without the economy doing the same or or be doing the same that it was before or better. Like it just won't work. Well, just fucking starve. People will die. Homeless claims will go up. Jobless claims will continue to rise, and this country will literally go to shit. And if that happens, well, Jesus Christ, there's no point in making this video. But golden nugget, it will rebound at the very bottom. I'm gonna, whatever this shit does happen, I'm gonna send out an alert for all the long-term stocks that I believe are worth buying at the bottom. All the stocks that I believe are gonna go way up. Everything like that. Our AI will send us those kind of alerts. Everything that's going on, all the major stocks that have taken their dip and their 20% drops and 20-50% drops. We'll alert you guys. We'll tell you where the buy-in is and where the new selling is. Many of them, of which we're gonna literally do the exact same thing that we've already done, which is buy it at the exact same price and sell it at the exact same price target that we had before, because that's what this dip is gonna give us. It's literally gonna give me and all of you an opportunity to buy Ideanomics at quite possibly $2 again and ride it all the way up to $8 or $4 for the 100% run up. I've done that before. I've bought Ideanomics at $1.90, $1.99, ran it up to $4, sold, then got in again at 4.8, averaged down to 4.2, where I'm currently sitting. And right now, Ideanomics is sitting like somewhere like 3.7, I think, or like 3.5 or something like that, 3.48, something somewhere around there. And then if it goes down more, I mean, I'm literally just gonna average down, continue to average down all the way down at the bottom, and then ride that shit back up, do it all over again. I mean, I've done that before. It doesn't really bother me to be down. I don't like being down. It's not my favorite thing, but it's also not the end of the world because I know at the end of the day, the market is inevitably going to rebound. It's just a matter of when, how bad, or matter of when, how long the bears are in control, how long the bearish news continues, how long this pandemic continues. Uh, the valuation of the dollar would have to go back up if it falls. The import rates would have to or rise again, or not rise, fall back down to at least what they normally were, which I believe it's like 0.4% is the normal import tax rates or whatever it is. And then what else? What else? Jobless claims would have to lessen significantly, and people would have to go back to work and actually be able to have jobs again. Those are all the things that you would have to look for that market to come back up and rebound and make the comeback that it needs to make in order for us all to be, you know, where we need to be again and making the money that we were before, which is going to happen. Yeah, like I said, just has to find the bottom. Once we find the bottom, several, like probably like honestly, an amount of alerts will come out to you, and you'll see them probably so many that you can't even buy any of them all. But the majority of them are all going to have the same outcome. They're all going to grow substantially. They're all going to give you the same uh, kind of profits and the same kind of percent margins that the other one that I gave out the day before would. There's just going to be a lot of them because of that kind of rebound with that kind of strength or the kind of bull strength that's going to be behind that rebound is going to break up all the stocks. So it's impossible for you to get into every single one. Some stocks that you guys wanted us to talk about specifically. That GNOG was just one. That was just what our team is taking advantage of the dip so far. We've averaged down in that. From the chances we got, we're gonna plan to average down more. We're holding that one through the shit, no matter what.
Yeah,
That's just that's just
We're holding it all the way to the bottom, and we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do at the bottom. And you either can ride with us, you can cut your losses and get in with the bottom with us, and get the ride with us. Remember, stay in our chat, and we may give some other maybe groups on a couple different stocks that may be down. If you need a recovery, we can get a group chat going, like especially for you, for after your subscription may end or whatever, so that you can have your exit play that you want, so that we can make you that money back on the stock, because the stock is worth a lot of money. You have to believe us, it's going to be going to the numbers that we said previous, past 20, past all the way up to probably what were we saying, 30?
for what?
GNOG.
GNOG 65.
Yeah, man. I mean, like G-Nog, yeah, man. G-Nog is a 65. Like, it's like another
At
Neo.
least that's what I'm getting at.
It's shaking
Right.
off. It's shaking
Well,
off
it's
some of the
literally
sweaty
draft.
hands right now. It's shaking off some of the sweaty hands, but people are gonna be watching sports no matter what happens. I mean, you saw it in the last pandemic.
Right. Sports somehow managed to be on national television every single fucking weekend throughout the entire pandemic. So
Yeah, with no masks.
it ain't going nowhere. And yeah, without no mask, running up and down the courts, the fields, shooting shooting soccer balls in the net, shooting basketballs in the hoop, fucking kicking football, field goals, all that shit. It's been going on. Pandemic, without the pandemic, it won't go away. No matter what. Obviously, there's no point. And Gnog again, it's literally the same idea of DraftKings. You place bets on what you think the scores will be, the team's like end of the year fucking record, their overall score, how many yards rushing, like all this, whatever else, whatever sport you can think of. One, they have it. Two, they're they allow the same exact things that DraftKings do, bidding, betting like with something, like it's gonna go up, or betting against something is gonna go down. Although all that idea, it's all there. Their only thing is right now they just haven't released in all 50 states. I think the main one that they're in is Michigan, I believe. And then there was two other states. I forget what the hell they were, but there was two other states that they were looking into announcing their launch within like this month or next month, one of the two. They said that in a recent article. But I mean, those two alone are going to send this stock flying. Like those are both great analyst reports. Those are both great factors for this company overall. Like this is this company is undervalued a shit ton right now. One, because what's going on in the market, and two, just because it had a very substantial run over from like the bottom $11 in November, and then all the way up to $26, which is over 100% run, and by the end of December. So I mean, within a month, 2 weeks, 2 weeks to a month, it ran up over 100%. So cool down is necessary. That's a pullback. That's a healthy pullback that I always preach. I just got to be patient through it. There's no reason to panic within that situation. The only reason it's down below its moving averages and everything like that is because what's going on in the market right now. So again, I'm not worried about it. I know this company is a great company. I know I'm not worried about sticking through with this company. So I'm gonna find the bottom line. I'm gonna average down. That's why I'm sticking with it. But some plays that you guys asked us to review in the group chat and the server were
Yes,
let's see,
sir.
Ideanomics, uh Planet 13, Planetary Tech, and Neovasc, and we'll get to all of those in just a second. One thing I want to say, one stock I want to announce a very large win on for the premium group and our inside investors, if they got into it, is this stock right here. Everybody, well, not everybody, but if you watched the last podcast and were there for us, we looked at this stock and we told you all that this right here was a fucking cup and handle. Told you right here
What was it?
with, within this cup and
Oh,
handle called FTS.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh
oh yeah.
yeah. Oh
We told
yeah.
y'all. We told all
Let's
y'all within
go.
this handle right
Wheeling
here.
and dealing.
Wheeling and dealing, styling and
Styling,
profiling,
profiling, my guy.
limousine riding,
Right.
jet
The
flying.
fine.
Don't even get me started, man. Don't even get me started, man. I'll Ric Flair up on your ass. Come on now.
Yes,
But
sir.
listen,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
This
Let's
we
go.
called this cup and handle right here. We told y'all at the very start of the handle in the video. Y'all can go back. I don't care. Go back, pull up the clip,
Yeah, man. Everyone called us
rewind,
stupid.
do
Everyone called us stupid.
do whatever the hell you want to do. I
Stupid.
don't care. Do whatever you want.
Stupid, bro. Apprentice.
Look at this right here. Look at this right here. We alerted this at what was it? I got written down. Alerted at 585
Yeah,
on 2/8,
585.
February 8th. It ran all the way to 1088 on the daily, or not on the this daily is different what the mobile daily shows you. This daily on the computer is actually like the weekly on the mobile, so it's not actually going to show you what it actually ran to. But if I were to go with something like the hour, shows you 1088. So I'm not lying. Ran all the way to 1088, which is obviously over 100% return on what we called it at, and 20-50% mark, because that's what I learned. So I said you could take profits now, but then again, it's got to come and handle, so it's gonna keep running. I said you can secure your profits, make keep running, and I mean, fuck, man, it fucking ran 100% right there. I mean, that happened right before your eyes, guy. Right before your eyes. Called that shit on a podcast, right before you all. And some of y'all really missed that shit. Some of y'all really slept on this
Yeah, and
motherfucking
like we say,
company.
man, we're all eating together, man. I mean, we're all in the stocks together. We're all eating together on that one. I mean, we were all just sitting there waiting for that shit to pop and bang, took off. I mean, me and Troy, we were able to secure our profits like in a day before. But then, I mean, we reset our price targets again, made another run. Because like we say before, we only actually like judge for about like a 24% margin. So like if you get in it, look for 20 to 40% run, right? So for 100%, that's a home run. But I mean, we knew FTFT. I mean, Troy, you knew FTFT was gonna be big because well, the Bitcoin we knew it was gonna run, dude. The Bitcoin had to run again, and it made that run. Yeah, I can't hear you, bro. Still can't hear you. Troy. Yeah, I mean that FTFT just absolutely ridiculous.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Jesus, I don't know what the fuck just happened.
No,
Get
you're all
my
good.
screen back up there.
Hey man, we just been chopping for a while. It needed a break.
Alright.
It couldn't handle the 100%.
Couldn't handle it at all, man. Couldn't handle that. Most stocks can't. It's normal. A pullback is normal. So I mean, I'm gonna replay this shit again. I'm make another 100% on this company. I guarantee it.
Rinse and repeat.
Right, a little rinse and repeat action, my guy. But yeah, I just had to shout that out real quick for the premium members and insider investors who made that profit throughout this shitty ass week that's been going on in the market. Now time for the plays that you guys wanted us to review, starting with Ideanomics. Uh,
I fucking
Ideanomics.
hated today in Ideanomics.
Oh man, let me tell you something, bro. This is what I'm talking about. This right here, you see this shit all the way up at 5 fucking 40. Okay, now look at it, bro. Below every indicator. This is what I'm talking about. This is what the market did to everybody today, man. You know how many people are pissed right now and how many people actually shit their pants because of this shit? Like, motherfuckers are actually up at $5 as an average. Like, that's a real thing. Like, people are up there
That's
and it
not
dropped all the way.
good.
Like, it drops all the way down there today.
So
Like, that is
ugly.
terrible, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this shit is not gonna, it's gonna get a lot worse before it gets better. Let me tell you something. But Ideanomics, Ideanomics, the company overall, is a great company. They nail it fundamentally. They're great. Uh, the indicators on this, I can't give technical analysis on a fucking shit like this, man. This shit, like, it plays. I mean, I can tell you what it does. It plays the EMA 5 and the EMA 10. You can tell that by looking at my fucking screen yourself. You can see the red and the blue lines, and you can see it bouncing up off of those the whole time. But what you don't, or what you can also see, is it breaking through every goddamn indicator, which has broken the entire trend for the past 2 weeks, because that's what's been going on since fucking the start of 2021. All we've seen is a straight incline on all the major indexes. Like, that's all it's been. So I mean, I'm ready for the straight decline if you ask me. And that's what this looks like on the majority of stuff.
Oh no.
Yeah. That shit is finna happen, bro.
Yeah, well, hopefully the stimulus gives us a little bit more hope for a couple more days till the real crash
Stimulus
happens.
is only a temporary or a temporary
But
fix.
that's only temporary fix I need.
That's what I'm saying. That's not a
I
temporary fix I
I
need
I
to
could
get up
do
out
some
of here.
fixing with that stimulus package.
I could do some fixing for $1.9 trillion to be flooded into my market. Don't worry. But the indicators, it plays the EMA 5 and 10 very well. You can see the EMA 5 and 10 falling along with the actual price. Once this all does bottom out, and with whatever happens with the stimulus, like I told you, which I'll constantly be updating everybody on within the server. If you're in there, you'll constantly be given updates on what's been going on with the market. In the news section, we'll constantly give like the most recent articles and shit like that of like what's going on economically, politically, all the major factors behind it. And now even fucking the weather has a factor, believe it or not. So the weather will be added into your local news, or not your local news, your server news announcements and shit like that for the day. So be ready to hear about the snowstorms and shit like that, because apparently snowstorms are now freezing pipes in Texas and causing major cities to flood and cause people to be without water,
And
power, and
that is important to
essential needs.
know.
And that is important to know, because what happens when that happens in another state, and another state, and another state, and another state? Let me tell you, nothing good. Nothing good. Not a damn thing good comes out of that. Other than a market crash, my guy. Other than this fucking inevitable ass market crash that we're all waiting for. And the only way to be prepared for it, like I said, average down, buy the bottom, or cut your losses now and wait till the bottom's there. It's the only thing you can do. You don't have the power to stop it. You don't have the money to stop it. You don't have the support to give it. So might as well wait and watch.
Yeah, and also another viable option is start looking at some cryptocurrency. If you can't stand holding your money, because I'm not just out here
Yes, if
to tell
if you
you.
must spend your money, because we're the same way. We're the exact same way. Will you damn well know you're the same way.
Yeah, we're all
When
the
this
same way.
shit crashes, bro, we all are gonna be looking for a spot or a stock to throw our money in. We're all gonna be like, "Oh my god, we just lost so much money and we're down so much. We need to make it back." So, and that's like the normal mindset. So that's why I'm saying, and that's why we said at the beginning of the video, the beginning of the podcast, that crypto has a very large chance of running. Because what's gonna happen when the market here crashes? People are gonna look for something else to build capital from. There's like people. I mean, you got to remember how many people use the market as a source of income. Like, that's a normal source of income for a lot of people. If this shit goes down, they got to have another income, so they're going straight to crypto. They need that shit to run, and they're going to get in. They're going. That shit is going to run. That shit is going to be prosperous, and it's inevitable, just like the stock market crash. So with one crashes, the other goes up. So like, I mean, you can play, like Will said, is be in cryptocurrencies before this goes down. That's why I say, and I don't know if I'm not sure which category I put it in, but I put $50 a week into cryptocurrencies, just whatever one I can, whether that be Doge or Bitcoin or Ethereum or Litecoin, whatever one it is. I mean, I set a limit for whatever the bottom was for that week. I set it, and I wait for it to go to that limit. Once it's placed, I'm up on the week on cryptocurrencies, because it has that support at that limit buy, and I'm rarely down on crypto for that reason. And cryptos are one of those things that when it runs, it just runs, and you just sell,
Yeah.
and then it does it all over again. Like, cryptos are even more volatile than this shit, but I mean, it takes a lot more to make a crypto fall just point blank to zero.
Well, and there's a lot more into profiting on crypto since you're down percent by.
Right.
It's a game. It's a balancing game. It's a balancing act. Day trading cryptos because you can't just go in there just thinking that you're gonna do it with no knowledge on how cryptos work. You gotta really just do it at the right times because I mean, don't waste your time and just pull your money out and throw it back in, pull it out, throw it back in. If you don't believe me, trust me, I did it myself. Don't do it. Just hold out. Wait till you are ready to risk a lot of money on a crypto, stick it in, and then hold. And then what you gotta do is you hold until the crypto gets that one little catalyst. But since you already have a bag at a really low price, you can just average up a little bit or not even at all, even average down even better, and boom, you're gonna rock it. That's how you have to play cryptos. And if you don't believe me, tried it on Doge and it worked perfectly. Like you just get in there, you get a bag low, like XRP, buy it up, low, hold on to it, wait a little bit, wait till the stimulus comes out, wait till the crypto boom happens, and all the cryptos are gonna make us. Trust me, that's gonna work.
It's the only other option.
How it's gonna work. And that's why you also want to get into our server because we're gonna start talking about cryptos coming up here soon. We're gonna try to get a crypto bot in there, try to figure out when to get in these cryptos and start making these cryptos work for us.
Yeah, I'd really like to figure out a way to get a crypto AI. That would be real nice.
Yeah, Bitcoin's sitting at 51,000 right now. I think we called it at 17. Called it all the way back at 8 off podcast. Called it at 17 on podcast. Called it at 30 to go into 40. We called it at 36 going to 50.
Oh, I know. Moving on to the next member pick from Ideanomics is Planet 13 PLNHF. This stock, unfortunately, my brokerage doesn't even let me fucking invest in it. But I love this stock. The stock is amazing. Their fundamentals are great. It was one of the very first medical or weed plays I even looked into online before I figured out that Webull does let you trade it. I was like blown away with the amount of shit that they are able to do. Their research and marketing is phenomenal. The amount of the balancing that they have within that and the amount of money they actually make. They don't go negative. Their debt minimal to none. Their year over years are great. Their net income is, I believe it's up like 70 something percent from the last one. I forget which one. And then again, you can look at all these fucking green candles. Like this is just a very bullish stock. There's a lot of people in this stock that are just with it. They love it, eat it all up. The stock has ran several times. Another one of those stocks that plays the indicators. This one from on the daily, which is really like the on the daily on the desktop version, which is really like the weekly on the mobile version. It shows a lot of action off these EMA 5 and MA5 indicators with occasional dips with run ups down to the EMA 10 and MA 10 as well as the 20, which is pretty common, with minimal dips down to the EMA 30, except today, which is expected with the market going on. But overall, the company itself, and fundamentally and technically, like with analysts and everything like that, great company. They meet all their projections. They beat their earnings report. Um, and they play the indicators very well. They have a very predictable pattern, very good swings. You can see like right here, like this is what I call the step up pattern. You can see these kind of where the VWAP literally just makes step up. It's literally called a step up pattern, and that's like a extremely bullish pattern. Like if it's just stepping up, like Ideanomics did that shit. You can go back and look, and they actually step down as well. Real nice. Like step up, step up, step up, step down, step down. That type of shit. That's the bullish swing patterns that I like to look for within stocks like this, as well as stocks like this. And not to mention the swing potential that this
Chop.
ticker has. It also is a weed play. Weed is another thing that is inevitably going to be fucking legal, like federally. Within states, it's already there. To say that's not going to happen federally is pretty goofy. It's already in review. It's been talked about. The Senate has pretty much just fucking said whatever, do it. Several of them, at least, they're not all of them agree on it because they're a bunch of old heads, but several of them have just kind of said whatever. I mean, it's a great way to make tax income for the government. It's a great way to provide medical relief to for certain, or well, not just certain, several trauma experiences within the medical, like with brain deficiencies, or not deficiencies, brain traumas. Um, what is there? There's the chronic pain, certain illnesses that it helps with, like just several benefits that come from this one leaf and this one plant alone that these companies are just going to do nothing but benefit off of, especially a company like Planet 13, which has done nothing but phenomenal things on their earnings report and technical analysis standpoint, have played the key indicators perfectly and done nothing but been perfect swing trade for the majority of bulls on this stock.
Sad you can't
The
get in
next
on
one,
it. No.
yeah, yeah, it sucks that we can't play it on Weeble. Tyler Fields, what do you think about Litecoin? Litecoin is definitely going to be running within this market crash after this stock, or yeah, after this market crash, and after all the or after the stimulus is taken into factor and is released, and the Americans and everybody else has their money that they are going to get from it.
Right.
Like all uh cryptocurrencies are going to run. Doesn't all of them. So I mean, you can put a little bag in all of them, or you can put a little bag or a big bag in one of them. Either way, you're making money because they're all gonna run. They all follow each other.
Yep.
What's next? Member pick. Which one is this? Palantir Technologies. PLTR. This one is a AI signal actually. Our AI alerted this one as a buy long term. Uh, well, yeah, long term. You can see the dip that it had, where it's sitting at right now today, and why. We all know why with what's going on with the market. This right here has a run, dip, run, consolidation, trading sideways, dip, and then much more consolidation. Actually finds the real support, consolidates around the support for a good while, runs, bounces off some. Whoa, shit, too far. There it is. Finally consolidates into this thin line where you see all the indicators come one together. This is usually the sign of the end of the consolidation, and then they start to spread out again. When they all come together like this, that just means like all the moving averages for within like the most recent days, so like the 5-day moving average, a 10-day moving average, a 20-day moving average, and 30-day moving averages. Those days and the prices move so little from where it's been that they're just so close, and the majority of people have bought within that price range that anything else that is bought from that price range is just such a strong support that it just continues to go up. So it's like, I mean, you can see it get very, very thin right here, and then it just gets so thin that that do nothing but go up anymore. There's no resistance going against this stock, so it just continues to climb, and those indicators spread out again, and then you can see another stock that plays the EMA 5 and 10. We'll have an occasional run. We'll come back down around the or not the EMA 5 and 10, my fault, the EMA 5, but EMA 5, and we'll come back around after a spike and come down to around the EMA 10 and the EMA 10, and then we'll repeat the same process and continue to run. Here you see again after that run the nice consolidation of the where the lines get thin, the moving averages thin out, and the average price gets bought the average price is bought within here, and the majority of people own the stock within this price range. And then you see it break out and spread out again, and now we're here to this fucking shit storm of goddamn week that it's had, which is over here. This all started though when it set a not a new high, but a pretty new high considering that from that last dip that we saw where people took profits. That's all that was. Like I believe there was a short interest that occurred that went up. There was a good amount of shorting on the stock, and then there was also a lot of profit taking as well. That had happened off that new high, which was like $44, I believe. And now you see the pattern of the EMAs and the MAs breaking out from each other, all coming out from this thinness right here, and then more profit taking. And now you see the step down pattern starting to occur within the market volatility, getting further and further away from that MA30. That MA30 is getting more and more stretched out. And now finally today, after like 2 weeks or maybe a full week of running away from this EMA 30, it is finally today showed some light that is going to pull back up to it and maybe just maybe start moving in an uptrend again, which is why our AI announced and said that it said it pulled back to the support ranges and it was ready to take off again, for which I think our AI announced 54% return on it or something like that. I forget which one, but it's definitely going to run more. The stock will definitely get to at least 40 something, or maybe it was even, I can look at it right now, see what the notification was for it. 40. So 48%, 48.15% return is what it would be today. Or not what it would be today, is what it will be when we sell. So this right here coming back up, meeting that EMA 30. If it does it, that is a bullish sign. The candles, you can see this candle on the day, it actually started up with a very large bullish candle. Only two major red candles throughout the whole market day, and then the rest are all green, which is very bullish considering, or uh resembling, or not resembling, my fault, indicating an uptrend in the valuation. So I mean that's just a start start for the rebound on this stock. This stock may fall more if the market does crash, in which case we just average down. Like I said, it's a long term. Two, the fundamentals and the technical analysis true. It holds strong. Everything is there. The bullish indicator, or the indicator for it that is gonna start a bullish trend, has started. You can see with that green candle at the beginning of the day that I told you about, and that's pretty much all I have to say. Oh yeah, and the fact that our AI told us about it, which again has a 89.7% accurate rating according to this morning. I'm pretty damn bullish on this stock. Not gonna lie to you. Will, do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah. PLTR. I've been looking into it for a couple weeks now, and people have been saying that they've been getting burnt, but I've been waiting for the bottom, and now we finally got that signal, so definitely bullish.
Yes, sir. All right. This one from Sing. Oh, wait a minute. Just kidding. Speaking of Sing, my guy Sing, can't leave you out, my guy, had an amazing call. 100% call. Where is it? Jesus Christ. Let's pull it up.
The Avon.
Here it is, right here. As the last podcast we reviewed this, you can see a double cup and handle right here. Cup handle goes up. Here's another cup handle. Finishes it right there. The thing that we had said before this double cup and handle, the only thing that we said against what Singh had brought up, he was bullish on it. He said it was gonna go and do wonders, which I agreed. It could go and do wonders, and it did. It did. I give him that. He was right. But the other thing I could say could also be a reversal, because at the time, if you were watching it, this had only been up to like right here, and I said it could start a reversal because that's often another occurrence when you see a double cup and handle like this, one right after another, especially a smaller one. And this one was actually on the weekly. This one was on the monthly. So this one occurred throughout a whole month. This one occurred throughout a week, and this could just lead ultimately into a very bearish downtrend of a fucking terrible reversal and just send a bunch of people to be broke. But instead, it finished with that cup and handle that finished right here and broke away from the key indicators, and we're in up 100%. I think it was like over 13, yeah, 1320.
Well,
Whereas where it
Bitcoin
was
got
at.
that run. Because remember, Ibana makes the Bitcoin miners. Bitcoin had that like 46 to like 52.
Yeah, well, they announced what was it, a couple days ago, or maybe it was like,
platform.
or maybe even today, one of the two. But
It was
their
today,
platform for Bitcoin mining had been launched today, and that's why they ran today and finished that cup and handle. But Sang had called it bullish. I don't remember what the reason he called it bullish for was, but I had brought up the fact that the cup and handle was there, which is a bullish indicator. But the double cup and handle, it could have led into a reversal, which would have been a bearish indicator. But it did complete that double cup and handle, and made a 100% return. So congratulations to Sing on making a great call, and just congratulations, man. I mean, gotta give credit where it's due.
Yes, sir. Gotta give the credit where it's due.
Yes, sir. Now on to the last pick of the day, which is going to be Neovask. Looks like a nice cup and handle, if you ask me.
Hard to say.
Why is that?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I didn't realize what time scale you were on. Yeah. That looks like a pretty good cup and handle. I mean, it would have been nice if the handle had more
More of a handle.
more of a handle. Yeah, it looks almost like it's going to a double cup and handle. It almost looks like a cup and handle reversal.
Which then again, Ebon showed us, and Ebon also fucking completed its second cup and handle. So which this
Exact
is what he's saying,
same.
it looks like it's looking like something like this, where it dips, makes that handle, but comes back down and dips again. Which is shown right here, where it dips, comes back down, comes up, and then dips again. He's saying that could be the same thing, where it's gonna now make that dip, continue to dip at least half of what it was currently valued at, and then make that rise up at to double up and finish that handle, or it's gonna lead into
Yeah,
that reversal with
if
that.
it because yeah, you don't. Well, I mean, it's not even the 50%. I mean, as long as the cup and handle from before is already complete, technically, if you want to count the little swoop that came down, lost some momentum, and then it was less than 50% drop, and then it came back up. But I don't know the restrictions within the how much percent it does have to drop. I don't think there is a restriction on how much it does have to drop, which is why I'm saying that it could easily be a reversal. And if we did see if we do see, say, like that was just like a little like, oh, like up, and then it takes like a nice handle on there, like it creates a handle, I would shoot more of the bottom of the handle at like 1 point, what is that, 9, 1 point like 8 some.
Yeah, like 1.8, 1.785, 1.75. So
Yeah,
1.75, 1.8 somewhere.
Yeah, 1.75, 1.73 maybe even. Because I mean, yeah, it's gonna make that nice cup and handle, and it may even happen very fast. I mean, this is what, on the one day,
Well, it's the
September.
one day for the desktop, but it shows like months in its bricks. So from like this,
Dude, the desktop version of Weevil is so broken, bro.
yeah, no. So I mean, really, this cup and handle has been formed over like 4 months. Is what
Here,
it should
go to
have.
1 minute. Try to intervals. Try to 1 minute. Go to 5 minutes. Go to 30. So trash. Can't see anything.
Not a damn thing. A damn thing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
No, this is still not. No. This is the best we're gonna get.
Holy. Yeah. I mean, looking at that, it's gonna make a cup and handle, or it's gonna either create or complete the handle, or it's gonna drop. I mean, it could actually fall past all the end. Break through.
Like 1.3, 1.4.
Yeah, we could even be seeing the 1.3, 1.4. That was it's a pretty big gap to fill since February, considering the amount of the drop it's had and the consolidation it's had. It could have a little bit. And it
Right.
ran a lot. How much has it ran in the last month?
In the last month, let me see.
Man, we are
Last
top
month
and
ran over 60%.
for 60%. Yeah, so it could have another 40%.
Yeah, I could add another 40. Drop down like another 10.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll keep those same. You can get it at like around 75. But be wary though about the market crash.
The market volatility, right? There's a lot of volatility going on in the
Oh.
market. So yes, this is a very bullish indicator, but there's a lot of bearish shit going on with the overall market. So bullish indicators in a single stock are really, really just a gamble right now.
Right.
But I mean, that's all I got from the server and from what I got for the week.
I mean, I pretty much have exactly what I said before. Bitcoin is gonna run. If you're not already in it, maybe you should wait a week, see if it goes back down into the 40s. If it doesn't and holds at the 50s and it's up around 55, I'd get in for that 55 to 65, maybe even 75 run. And if you want to hear all about the 55 to 65, 75 runs, click the bell notification in the podcast so you always know when we're on here, because we're always talking about Bitcoin and telling you when to get in. Also, remember, if you don't want to have to watch the podcast, you don't want to have to sit here and watch it, then we have a more convenient way of getting it through our Discord server, where we get you the best plays. There's a whole learning section, and we have an updated watch list every single day so that you know which stocks to get in and which stocks to get out, and you can know our plays and our portfolios.
Yes, sir.
And also just anything that you're down like more than 20%, maybe even 25% in these type of scenarios, you should probably start averaging down maybe a couple shares. Don't just throw a bag at it, but average on a couple shares for this stimulus if you are wanting to stay in there or you are trying to